And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Woodland Park here in Columbia, Tennessee. We're here live for the U.S. Amateur Match Play Championship local bracket quarterfinal match between Ben Kelley and Grant Kelley. It's a pretty nice day out here. We have temperatures in the upper 40s, looking for a light wind, about 4 or 5 miles an hour, and mostly cloudy skies. So a little warmer than yesterday and not quite as windy. Should be a great day for golf out here. We'll take you all to the first tee in just a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here live at the first tee, ready for tee off between Grant Kelley and Ben Kelley. U.S. Amateur Match Play Championship local qualifier quarterfinal round. First on the tee, Ben Kelley. And he has a great tee shot there. Cut a little left at the end, so it's in the brush, but I'll have a look for a good approach. Grant Kelley. That one's going left too, but looks like he might be out of the brush. We'll see.
They're both right on the fringe, I'd say.
Good thing about this time of the year is the brush isn't quite as thick. It's starting to grow a little bit, so we probably only have a few more weeks. That championship round, it might be a little difficult getting out of the rough over there.
I stay close to John. I don't even need my own commentary.
But yeah, but like we said, it's a beautiful day out here. Just a little chilly. Grass is freshly mowed this week by the Parks and Recreation staff. We certainly do appreciate that. So it should make for some nice rollers if that's a shot choice that these gentlemen use. But all in all, a great day for disc golf out here with great course conditions. But you can see fashion choices here today. Grant's in his standard outfit. Ben Kelley going with the ginger red for this quarterfinal match. Here's Kelley for two. Kelley's flexing it out with a little bit of a forehand, and
Oh
it
my
lands.
gosh. Great shot.
Wow, great shot right there in the trees.
Good thing he's comfortable with that forehand.
Yes, that helps a lot. So he'll have a look for a birdie. Let's see what Grant Kelley does here. Grant's going for the backhand throw, a little low, and it crashes into the grass. So he'll have an easy approach there, but it's going to be tough to get a birdie. So this is a chance for Ben Kelley to take an early lead in this match and go one up, Steve.
That's right. All it takes is one putt to be one up.
And as we've seen some of the round of 16 matches, it's really important to either be that one going up early or keep it close, because it is tough to come back in match play. Because those of you new to match play, you only get it's scored by holes, so you can only take one hole at a time. It's not like stroke play where you can have multiple strokes that you gain in one hole. So you do not want to get down early. Okay, here's Grant Kelley with his third shot on the one. And he's got a long putt for par. He's basically where Ben Kelley was after 2 shots. So we'll have to see what Ben does here. Okay. There's Ben Kelley with his third shot for a birdie in the hole. And he sinks it to take the hole. So Ben Kelley, one up.
One up.
And we will see you all at the second tee. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here at hole 2, Woodland Park. It's a par 3 uphill, 275 feet. Ben Kelley with his first shot. And that's not a bad shot, just a little left, but he'll actually have a look for a birdie putt. He stays in bounds, which is important. Here's Grant Kelley. Ooh, that's a laser. It kicks pretty hard left, but he is going to have a look at a 2 for a birdie. So this could be pretty interesting. We'll have 2 long putts here, Steve, and
right. But Ben's putt is also a forehand, which is his strength. He just has to reach around that tree and put it right in.
Yeah, just drill it in the chains, and we've seen him do it. Right, fairway's still a little wet out here from the rains we've had this last week. There's a wet weather spring that feeds right into the hole 2 fairway. So it's usually not a factor when you're playing other than walking with your feet, but fortunately it doesn't come into play with your disc. Unless you threw a roller really close to the tee, but we don't see that too often, Steve.
And of course, for today's match, there's no OB on this tree line.
Yes. All right, here's Ben Kelley with his birdie putt for 2. And he nails it. That was from 35 feet out or more. Solid putt from Ben Kelley. All right, Grant Kelley, similar distance, but it's level ground. So here's Grant Kelley for 2. And it's low. And Ben Kelley takes hole 2. So we'll have Ben Kelley 2 up through 2. And we'll be back at the 3rd tee. Okay, here we are, hole 3. We're back. Ben Kelley going with his tee shot. He is up 2 over Grant Kelley, so here we go. And that's a great shot. Right in the middle of the fairway, just to the left of the short tee, maybe a little past. But this is a long par 4, 560 feet uphill the whole way. Here's Grant Kelley with his tee shot. He gets really powerfully behind that disc. And he's just a little left of Ben Kelley's position, but they're both in similar shape. We'll see if they can get it close to the basket for a 3.
It's so hard to show on video, but this is just uphill, straight uphill the whole way. It's a killer shot. If you can just make it to the short tee, you're doing great.
Yes, it is definitely much longer than it appears on the sign when you factor in the elevation. There's usually wind, especially up in the green up here. That's one fun thing about this park when you play it, is that the lay of the land really causes the wind to funnel into certain portions of the course. And
left to right now.
Yeah, so we'll see how that affects them when they get up here for their putts in particular. Looks like Ben Kelley is out, so he'll get the first shot here to try to approach the basket. So here's Ben Kelley with his second shot on hole 3. And pretty good forehand flex there. It's gonna be a tough 3 to get, but he'll have a
little sniper branch, but still good.
Yeah, he'll have a look at it. All right, here's Grant Kelley with his second shot. He's going with an Anheuser backhand throw, and it is cutting out perfectly right next to the basket.
Amazing shot.
It is probably within a yard, I would say.
Great shot, Grant.
Go out and buy an HV3 or an H3 V2.
All right.
That was a great shot.
Yeah, great shot there by Grant Kelley. His brother Ben approves, obviously.
How many people are watching?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
But
I'll assume several thousand.
Surely
yeah,
thousands.
it's YouTube Live, so it doesn't show me.
My mom.
Literally tens of ones.
Yeah, literally.
But we appreciate everyone that's viewing this live, and also when you watch it in replay. Thanks for watching. It's a beautiful course we have out here at Woodland Park, and we have a really fun club. We'd like to invite all of you to come out and join us at any time. I think you'll be glad you did. Okay, here's Ben Kelley. This is match play. He's probably going to have to be aggressive here.
About 50 feet.
And he runs it. It'll be an easy putt for 4, but
20-foot comebacker.
yeah, not bad. But Grant Kelley looks like he is parked, so he should take this hole. But we'll see what happens. Ben Kelley's out, so he will putt first. And he misses it. Grant gets a 3 and takes the hole, so Ben Kelley is 1 up through 3. We'll see everyone at the 4th tee.
We dropped from 2 up to 1 up.
Okay, we're here at hole 4 now. Ben Kelley 1 up. This is a tough par 4, 411 feet, dog leg to the right, up into the woods. So we'll see what they do here. Grant has the tee.
Got a slight backup. There's another card up there that we're waiting on. It's definitely that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while we're waiting to tee off here, we'll discuss the hole a little more in depth. It is, like we said, it's uphill the first half of the hole, up to the bend, the dog leg, and then another 200 feet to the hole. So here's Grant Kelley.
Most of us just go straight over that way.
Yeah, some people go over the trees. But,
So it's
all right, Grant Kelley with his tee shot. Hits a tree on the left side of the fairway, and it kicks left. So I have a little bit of work to do from there. All right, here's Ben Kelley. Beautiful forehand shot. That's going to break right at the bend. A little long, but I think he'll be happy with that. Yeah, like
See how they do that.
I
It's
know.
amazing.
Yeah, both of these Kelley brothers are incredible disc golfers. They've only been playing a little over a year, so they're very talented.
2 years?
2 years. Yes, 2 years. I stand corrected. A little over 2 years, so they're very talented. I'm sorry?
That would be. Yeah, I wish I'd only been playing here.
But regardless, they're both
Took a
very
lot of stuff
talented.
Going into that bush before I could.
Yeah, you can see you do not
Nice
want to
shot,
be
though.
on the right side of the fairway. It gets pretty thick, especially here once the plants really start growing in the next week or so. Okay, here's Grant Kelley with his second shot from the rough on the left side of the fairway. Tough look, as you can see. Let's see what he chooses to do. Skillfully done. You could hear him, you might have been able to hear him over the microphone discussing the two vines that were hanging down off the tree that were swinging in the wind as he was lining up that shot. So no easy task there for Grant Kelley. But he's back in the fairway and in play here, so he's going to really have to be aggressive to try to keep up with his opponent, Ben, here. Let's see. A little short of the bend in the dog leg. Let's see what he does. And he goes with a backhand Anheuser. And it doesn't quite get the air he was hoping for. Hits the ground on its right edge and kicks left. But he'll have an approach shot for his fourth. Here's Ben Kelley with his second shot. Beautiful shot. Wow, he gets it, Steve, within 10 feet of the basket.
That was a fantastic shot. So much could have gone wrong with that shot.
Yes. So that was very clutch. It's been sitting 10 feet and two. Here's
Two.
Grant Kelley with his fourth. Well, he gets it within about 10 or 12 feet, so he'll have a fairly routine putt for a 5, a bogey.
But that was a great match play shot, just going for it.
Exactly, you have to in match play. You can be aggressive when you need to be. It's all about winning the holes. Okay, here's Ben Kelley. And off the band. So he'll be putting 4 now.
Yeah.
Grant Kelley for 5. Grant Kelley sinks his 5th. Ben needs to hit this to win the hole. And he does. So Ben Kelley with the 4 to Grant's 5. Ben wins
Back
hole
to 2
4
up.
and is now 2 up. See everybody on hole 5 in just a minute. Okay, we're back live here at the 5th hole, Woodland Park. It is a par 3, 240 feet from the long position, and the fairway goes to the right. So Ben takes the tee. hits a branch. Does not fly to the right. No. So he's on the left side in the rough. Here's Grant Kelley. And he gets it the disc to flip over. It skims along the wood chips. He'll be in fairly decent position there. He might have a look at a for a birdie too. We'll see, Steve, right?
Yeah, well really, this begins birdie row, I think, because this is a makeable 2 for a lot of people. Then we get into officially birdie row 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, and this, it's looking good. As we're coming around the bend here, we're getting a look at Grant's tee shot. He will have a definitely a look for a birdie here. We saw him hit an incredible 50-footer to push his first match in sudden death. So we know he can make this.
50-foot putts from Grant.
All right, we'll join Ben Kelley on the left side in the rough. He's in a little bit of the shrubbery, some thorns hanging down, and he's doing the splits, literally. Yeah, it's a little muddy. So here's Ben Kelley with his second shot. And he's in great shape for par. Great shot by Ben Kelley. Okay, this is a big putt for Grant Kelley. This is a putt that could get him back in the match.
Currently 2 up. This could get it back to 1 up.
Grant Kelley for a birdie 2. Just a little right there.
Looks like we're going to push this one.
Yeah, this should be a push if you're just eyeballing it, but this is disc golf. Anything can happen. All right, I'm going to get out of Grant Kelley's line of sight here. He doesn't care. He hits it. Ben Kelley for his par 3. And both gentlemen get 3s, and hole 5 is pushed. Ben Kelley's still 2 up going into hole 6. We'll see everyone in just a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at hole 6, and this is a par 3, 355 feet downhill. The road to the right is out of bounds, so and there goes Ben Kelley. He's doing a hyzer shot. Looks like he's about 20 feet out to the right of the basket. Great shot by Ben Kelley. Here goes Grant. He's going for the hyzer route as well. Disc is coming back beautifully. Parks it. He's probably about 10, maybe 15 feet. Very makeable putt for Grant Kelley there. So as Steve Swan was saying back on hole 5, some people consider hole 5 the start of what we affectionately call here in Muletown Disc Golf Birdie Row, and the name is fairly self-explanatory. This is a stretch of holes 5, 6, 7, and 8 that birdies are readily available to players in any particular event. Surprisingly though, here hole 6 can be a little tricky because the winds will come in out of the north sometimes and cause discs to turn over and go out of bounds in the road. But both Grant and Ben Kelley did a great job of keeping their discs inbound. They're both set up for birdie putts here on hole 6. So can Grant get a hole back on Ben here? That's the other thing about match play that's really exciting, is as the match progresses, you have fewer holes to make up your points to your opponent. So it's almost like the vice grips are coming down on you. So it's good to make a move early if you're able to. You do not want to get behind. Okay, here's Ben Kelley with his birdie putt 2 on 6. Hits the band. This is Grant Kelley's opportunity to get a hole on his opponent. Grant Kelley with his second shot. And he sinks it. Grant Kelley wins hole 6. And the match is now Ben Kelley 1 up. We'll see everyone at the 7th tee. Okay, we're here at hole 7 now at Woodland Park. See, this tee shot is pretty difficult through a narrow gap down to the basket. Here's Grant Kelley with his first. Hit some trees. It's just in front to the left of the short tee pad. There's Ben Kelley. And he also hits trees, so both gentlemen will have a similar look for their second shot for approach. You can see Ben Kelley showing some of his emotions there.
So that throw would really just fall into the category of match play strategy. It's a little different. Yeah, match play's a little different, so sometimes you want to throw a bad shot.
So, yeah, these gentlemen will be looking to see who can get into makeable putt range. So here's Grant Kelley with his second, approaching on 7. Hits the metal pole. Wow. Had that been another 1.5 feet higher, it would have been in.
Good shot.
Impressive shot by Grant Kelley. Here's Ben. Ben Kelley with his second. Looks like he's Positioning, some dead limbs
He's
there.
proud of his mini there.
Yes.
Thought he was going to throw it.
For those of you new to disc golf PGA play, you are allowed to move dead branches out of your lie. So that's what he was doing. Here he is with his second shot. Goes for the forehand flex there. It rolls at the end and it settles. So looks like Grant Kelley will have about a 5-foot putt. Ben Kelley with a 10-footer. So we might,
I just leave mine running for 2 minutes.
both of these gentlemen will have a chance to get a par and push this hole. But you never know what's going to happen out here when you're playing disc golf. Stranger things have happened than missing a 5-foot putt. So here we go. Ben Kelley for 3. He sinks it. Grant Kelley also in for a 3 and a par. So exactly, Steve.
Grant, 1 up
So
after 7.
Ben Kelley should be 1 up through 7. We'll see everybody at hole 8. Okay, here we are on hole 8. This is statistically the easiest hole on the course. The road does play out of bounds on the right side, 240 feet. The only real obstacles you have here are the cars driving by. But here's Grant Kelley with his tee shot, hole 8. Here's Ben Kelley, tee shot on 8. Looks like it's going to skip off the road and back inbounds, so both gentlemen are in good position for a birdie.
Ben's looking at a 50-footer.
Yeah, so it might be a little tough, but both these guys are capable of hitting those 50-footers.
Absolutely.
We've seen some great skill from both of them in this competition.
But Grant can just relax. What's he got, 10 feet?
Yeah, Grant, it should be a gimme. It should be. That's the key word. Should. Good news is, though, the weather is much improved today. It's not nearly as cold, not nearly as windy. So I think that's going to allow for some more consistent play. So we should, like you say, we should see him hit this 10-foot putt.
That's right. There's no wind excuse.
Exactly. Okay, Ben Kelley is over retrieving his disc there. He's found it. He's going to mark, and he'll have this putt for 2 on hole 8. A little low, but he'll be able to tap in for a par. But Grant Kelley can even the match, get it all square here if he hits this birdie putt for 2. Grant Kelley sinks it, and ladies and gentlemen, we are all square through 8. So great match here. We'll see you at the 9th tee in just 1 minute. here at Woodland Park. Hole number 9, 247 feet uphill. Match is all square, so Grant Kelley has the tee. And he's going to flex out just a little right, but then it hits a tree, cuts left. He's got some work to do on his approach shot. Here's Ben Kelley. And he tries to go for a forehand flex, but it does not.
Beautiful tombstone.
Yes, beautiful tombstone. Muletown's own Dave Quint would approve.
We're looking at 200 feet.
Yeah, so both of these gentlemen will have very tough approach shots. Definitely salvage a par here, so this approach shot is going to be very important for both of them. We'll follow Ben Kelley on the right side of the fairway first.
It's all about his next shot.
It's all about the next shot. Exactly, Steve. Okay, you can see Ben has kind of like, he has kind of a right shot here. He's going to do a forehand, bend it into the basket. Hits a branch, but he is still in business, just about 10 feet from the basket. So he should be able to clean up for a par. Let's see what Grant Kelley can do from his lie. He's in a cluster of trees. Left side of the fairway. Closer to the basket, but it might be a little more difficult of an approach than Ben Kelley had there. Okay, here's Grant Kelley with his second on hole 9. Ooh, the tree's masterfully done. That looked like it was running to the chains. Parks it within 5 feet. It's going to be a downhill putt, but I don't think it'll be any problem for him, Steve.
No, but Ben might have a slightly longer tap in.
Yeah, he'll have a little bit of work to do. Okay, here's Ben Kelley.
Unmissable for these guys.
Salvages par. And it's in. And both Grant and Ben Kelley with 3s on hole 9, all square through the front 9. So it's coming down to a 9-hole.
That's right.
9 holes left to determine this match. We'll see.
After halfway around.
We'll see you at the 10th tee. We're here at hole 10. It's par 4, 502 feet. It's a tunnel shot off the tee. Grant Kelley. Beautiful shot. He gets under the tree canopy and in a gap in the first row of trees past the short tee pad. Excellent shot by Grant Kelley. Here's Ben Kelley with his tee shot on 10. Wow, perfect shot. Forehand, Ben's right. He's gonna really love where that landed, Steve. Both of them.
They're about the same.
Yeah, excellent.
It's amazing.
Excellent shots. Yeah, as you can see, the basket is all the way down by the road. You can see the tunnel shot here off the tee. For those of you who haven't played here at Woodland Park, It is a fun shot. And you'll see some players go for a roller, but both of these gentlemen did not choose that route, but it worked out very well for them. So it was very fitting that they ended up in roughly the same spot, as this match is still all square. I'm heading into 10. It's going to be really interesting to see what Ben Kelley's line looks like here, because some of these trees, there's a lot of space, but depending on where your angles line up, you might have to really get creative. And it's looking like Ben Kelley has an excellent line to the basket, so I would definitely expect to see him lay it up here with his second shot for an easy 3. Looks like Grant Kelley is out. We heard the players discussing. So Grant Kelley will have, he also has a pretty good line here to the basket. It's where that cutoff stump is. The trees are kind of blocking the basket in this camera view, but he basically needs to get it to the road where the stump is. Grant Kelley with 2 for 2. Flexes it, brushes the ivy on the tree, kept on flexing to the right, stayed in bounds, but it's going to leave him with about 20 feet to the basket. All right, Ben Kelley, different angle, same target. Here's his second shot on 10. And he ends up right behind a tree, blocking the basket, but he will probably have the ability to get a straddle putt look at the basket. So this is a chance for Ben Kelley to potentially get a hold on Grant Kelley here. Very crucial hole for Ben. You cannot let too many of these opportunities pass you by in match play, especially as we head into the back 9. So Grant Kelley is out. He will attempt to get a 3 with this 25 to 30 footer. Hits the band. Be an easy tap in for a 4. So the pressure's on Ben here to try to win this hole. This could be a critical point of the match. Ben Kelley for a birdie 3. And he also hits the band. So let's see if both Ben Kelley and Grant Kelley can clean up for par and push to hole 11. And as expected, they clean up. So hole 10 is a push. We'll see if one of these gentlemen can break the tie at hole 11 in just a minute when we return. Okay, here we are, hole 11. 275 feet long. Bends uphill and to the right off the tee. Grant Kelley will have the tee first. Hole 11. Beautiful forehand shot there. Looks like it's going to break just in front of the trees. A little short, but he's going to have a great look at a birdie putt for 2. Okay, here's Ben Kelley lining up on the tee at 11. He's also taking the forehand route there. Lifts up on its side, gets a little bit of a roll, odd bounce, and kicks right. He's looking for a 15 footer for birdie. The one trick here is, Steve, is both of these gentlemen are within 20 feet for their birdie putt, but if you miss, the terrain drops off just past the basket. So it could get a little treacherous.
And that's right. Do you run it or do you play it safe?
And this is the thing in match play where the person that's out and putts first definitely could have a disadvantage over the next person. It depends on how you look at it, because they could put all the pressure on them and the pressure could cause the second person to miss. But it's part of the fun of this format. It's looking like they're very close. It's tough to... Okay, looks like Ben Kelley is out. So he'll get the first crack at birdie here on 11. And he sinks it. The wind's starting to kick up as we get to this ridge here. Grant has a lot of pressure. It's going to be a quartering headwind from the right.
Into the wind.
Sinks it.
Another
2
push.
solid birdies to push hole 11. Thank you to Steve Swan for providing some color commentary and also some scorecard updates. We'll see everyone right up here. We'll go on to hole 12 now. Hole 12 is 270 feet. It's a par 3 long through the trees. A couple routes you can take. There's a route to the right of the fairway, also on the left side. So Grant Kelley will take the tee. He's going with the forehand route on the left side of the fairway. Doesn't quite carry enough. He'll be in position for an easy approach to get a par. Here's Ben Kelley, hole 12. Tee shot. He's not happy with that. Forehand in the middle of the fairway. It's going to be a little tougher approach for Ben Kelley there here on 12. As you can see, there is that gap straight through the trees that leads to the basket, but it is a tight gap uphill and out of bounds road behind the basket. So you really have to be sure of your line here. We'll see what Ben Kelley chooses as he is out, so he will get the first crack at the basket here. It's these decisions that make this game very fun. So here's Ben Kelley with his second shot on 12. He goes with a flex forehand, very safe shot and smart. He should have an easy putt for a 3. Grant Kelley approaching from the right side of the basket.
You think Grant's going to lay up with this one?
I think so. Yeah, joining us now we have Dave Quint.
Greetings, viewers.
Here's Grant Kelley with his second shot. Hits a tree, bounces.
Ooh, seems like he was going for something other than a safe layup.
Yeah, he looked like he was going for
He
it
looked
to
like
me.
he was going for it, but he's in a good position.
Yeah, 5 to 6 feet. Easy tap in for par.
Easy
He
tap
sinks
in,
it.
Even though he got a double tree. That's called a hotel shot when you get a double tree like that.
Here's Ben. Also taps it in. This is another push, ladies and gentlemen. So
Yeah.
we will see you all at the 12th tee, or at the 13th tee in just 1 minute. Stay tuned. Okay, here we are, hole 13 here at Woodland Park. It's a par 3, 265 feet long. 2 routes to the basket. It's right on the left side of the fairway, also to the right. Grant Kelley. Takes the forehand route there, Dave. Left side of the fairway.
Ooh, it made it through, but it's a bit of a possibly tough lie.
Yes.
We'll see how Ben does.
He's also throwing forehand down the left
Ooh.
corridor.
Caught a twig on the way. I
Yeah.
noticed though it's freezing out here and we have jackets. Our two competitors are wearing short
Hey,
sleeves.
at least we're not wearing flip.
I guess that's true. I've seen them wear flip-flops. I've seen them, you know, when there's dirty work afoot, wear absolutely nothing on their feet.
That's scandalous, Dave.
It is.
Is that allowed in disc golf?
Well, it is. I checked the rules, and the rule is if there's a foot injury, you just call a tow truck.
Oh,
At least that's what I've heard.
that's a new one to me. That's a new one to me.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go ahead
well,
and film this because this is where we had to cut the live cam. So I'll be taking over.
Yeah, we're.
I'm considering resigning just so I can not have to.
I
Or-
can see you put the jokes.
As you can tell,
I get that a lot.
we're having a great time out here. The match is still all square, and we're closely
square, you know,
running out of holes.
It's
So
probably the heated competition that has them with their jackets off and in short sleeves
that
in
could
the
be.
cold weather. Let's see what's going to happen next.
Yeah,
Looks
this
like
is
Grant's
Grant.
up next.
Here's his birdie putt here. He could run it, but the thing that's bad is if you hit the bottom of the cage, it can flip on its side and the disc can roll 30 feet back down the hill. So let's see what Grant Kelley does. He ran it.
He
But-
did. I jogged over there to see. He had a line on it from there.
Okay, here's Ben Kelley with his,
Ooh, on one knee, so he's stretching over pretty far.
I think the tree is blocking his path. He's outside 30 feet. A little low, but I think they'll both be in great position
Yeah,
to
they
tap
are.
it in for a 3.
Yeah, this is.
Ben has to make this. If he misses it, it's going a long
Oh,
way.
yeah, he's making it. I don't doubt that at all.
Your faith was well founded. Here, okay, here is Grant. 2 threes on
Both
13.
confirmed, boy. This is 13. There's only a few holes left. This reminds me of the grudge match competition back when I was against Drake Abernathy, and I threw it under my leg here because I knew I had it in the bag. But this is anybody's game still.
Yeah, and as we move here to hole 14, we are still all square. This is a tight competition. Would you expect anything less from two brothers?
Especially these two brothers at 606 feet to go to the basket. It'd be interesting to see what happens next.
Okay, Grant Kelley still has the tee. Here he is on hole 14. He's going with the roller.
Ooh.
Hits the first tree there on in the fairway.
Extraordinarily unfortunate.
Yes. Here's Ben Kelley. He's also going for a roller, and that takes a very fortuitous bounce. And look at that.
Into the field.
Beautiful positioning there for Ben Kelley.
Hopped over the stump.
It did.
The stump is the killer.
I was watching the stump. The tree branches were a killer for Grant here.
Yes, as you all can see, this is a long hole. If you're not familiar with hole 14 at Woodland Park, it's 606 feet, and it's a tunnel shot here off the tee. But then you cut hard right toward the end of the fairway, uphill to the basket, with an out-of-bounds road behind. So, fun design, isn't it, Dave?
It is a fun design. Grant was my partner on random draw doubles not long ago, where this was a CTP on the second throw. Together we got it 5 feet from the basket.
Impressive.
But it was Grant's extraordinary roller. Not what got the name.
Let's see if Grant can take the Grant line here for his second shot on 14. He's going to need something special.
He does. He's taking his time looking at it.
He goes with a flex forehand, but it rolls.
It did
Just a
roll
little
some.
bit.
There was some headwind here. Not what he wanted, I believe.
No, I don't believe so either, but he'll have a look to park it with his approach and salvage a par.
He's consulting with Hannah, his partner in life, having a discussion. I'm going to consult with Topaz as well. That second throw, he'll need some kind of advice to help him through here.
And we know how important it is in a player's life to have supportive family and friends around.
That's right. We have Hannah and Hannah.
And dogs.
And
Topaz is a part of the team.
Topaz really is part of the team. That does not mean that his play is gone to the dogs.
No, not at all. We would never say that. Okay, here's Ben Kelley with his second shot after that excellent tee shot on 14. Ooh, he also throws it forehand and into the ground. That's where that elevation change is coming into play.
That's what it is. I don't know if it was the poor footing or the color commentary that's just joining in or what, but this is some different play we've seen here at 14.
Yes, it is. Okay. So Grant Kelley is not in bad shape here. If he can just try to park this approach, I think they can push this hole.
I think he's checking our commentary on YouTube. What is he doing?
Either that or he got the top secret caddy book for Woodland Park disc golf course.
Are you serious? Yes.
So even though there's competition, he's sharing good news with his competitor slash
The
brother.
best thing that's happened today.
He's trying to get the good vibes out here.
He is, and he does have good vibes now.
Grant Kelley's throwing his third shot. Skips off a tree.
Ooh.
That's going to be tough to try to make from there.
Yes, that is. That particular lie, and this will be his fourth shot for par. That's going to be difficult. I would say not difficult for Grant, but where that is, that's a tough lie for anyone.
Oh yeah. Good news is it did not go out of bounds.
Yes.
But
I've
Ben,
seen that happen with competitors here.
now the pendulum has swung. Ben Kelley is in the driver's seat on this hole.
Yeah.
So here's Ben Kelley with his third shot. Going with the little Anheuser approach just left of the chains.
Wow.
That looked like it was going in, Dave.
It did. It did for several seconds. That was 80% awesome. Last 20%, well, 80% of awesome was better than, well, that other shot that Grant had.
Well, it's going to be fun to see what Grant Kelley decides to do here for this approach, because he pretty much has to go for it.
Has to go from behind 2 trees.
Yeah, so is he going to choose a straddle putt, or looks like that is the case. So there's Grant Kelley with his 4th, straddling around the tree. Wow, just short.
A brave attempt.
Yes, very, very solid attempt from that position. Okay, Ben Kelley can win this hole and start to close the clamps on Grant with this putt.
He could.
And he does.
Solid.
So a 4 for Ben Kelley. You saw the pump there from his arm.
Double pump celebration.
He is excited. Ben Kelley 1 up through 14.
Spectacular dismount of his disc.
We'll see. Okay, we're here at hole 15, 225 foot par 3, Ben Kelley.
Snaked it under that limb.
Oh yeah, he's gonna like that position.
To the right, that's a good position.
He will have a birdie putt. Okay, here comes Grant Kelley onto the tee at 15. He needs this to be a solid drive.
Left to right wind has creeped up
Ooh.
and to the demise
Wow.
of Grant.
That wind hit just as he was starting
As
his
he
reach
was
back.
walking up to the tee, I
That,
could feel it.
wow. That's
He
golf
felt
for
that-
you.
Felt that throw too.
Yeah, so he's gonna have a pretty tough, I mean, it's an easy approach, but it's tough to make in the basket.
It is.
And he almost has to go for the basket on this.
John, do you hear what I hear?
What's that?
I think it's the fat lady warming up. She's not saying that, but she's warming up. I can hear it, even without my hearing aids.
I don't know that that's a good sound to hear. Here's Grant Kelley with his 2nd shot. Slips out a little bit.
By his own admission, oh no.
You heard it.
Yeah. And
He'll-
that would be I can hear the fat lady. She's warming up even more now.
So, I mean, this shot right here, Grant can make that for a 3. It's really going to come down to Ben.
Right, it's up to Ben. Does
This-
he want to seal it?
Last time he had this opportunity, he blew it.
20-footer left.
But I think he can get it here. We'll see.
Yeah, this is familiar Ben territory. I would even say this is confident Ben territory. Let's see what he does.
Okay, Ben Kelley for birdie on 15. And the hole. He sinks it.
He does.
Confident putt by Ben Kelley. And we'll move on to hole 16 with Ben Kelley 2 up. Hole 16, par 3, 315 feet long, Ben Kelley with his tee shot. He's going with the hyzer route there.
Solid so far. Directly behind the tree. Who could place it there but Ben Kelley?
Okay, Grant has a shot here. Here's his tee shot on 16 to try to get back in the match. He's also taking the hyzer route.
There's some limbs out there,
Ooh.
and he found them.
Wow, it chopped down 2 of them, and it's rolling down the hill. It's still rolling.
How long did he leave it on the USB charger? Who knows?
That was
had some
10
energy.
seconds of roll.
It was.
Very impressive energy.
A 10 seconds of roll.
Okay, so we'll move on here. We're starting to get to crunch time for Grant Kelley because he's down to, after this hole, there are only 2 left.
Yes.
He has to
Count
decide, is this
2.
something he's going to
2.
go for? He's probably just going to have to lay it up here
Ben's
and
up
try
by
to
2.
push.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ben Kelley really just needs to play smart, and he can close this match out.
You know, remember what Grant did on that long putt he had on number 1 in the
Yes.
playoff? This would be extremely spectacular if he pulled this off.
I know we saw just last week, people trying to play smart, and it bit them.
Yes.
All right, here's Grant Kelley with his
Let's see what
second
he's
shot.
gonna do.
You can see Topaz watching there on the left side of the screen.
That shot was a bow wow. I heard it from Topaz.
All right.
Extremely unfortunate.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. So here's Grant Kelley with his third shot, 16. And he has it within
That was for par.
drop-in range.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ben can win the match here.
He could. He could win the match.
If he lays it up and drops it in, he wins.
That's all
So
he has to do.
this match just completely turned on its head with one throw.
Yes, it did.
Ben lays it up.
Plays it smart.
If he drops this in, he wins the match. Grant taps it in for a 4, and Ben Kelley, ladies and gentlemen, is our winner. He wins 3 and 2
Up by 2 at 16.
on hole 16. So we'll be back in just a minute with player interviews, and congratulations to Ben Kelley on advancing to the semifinals here at Woodland Park next week. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
live at Woodland Park with the victor today. Grant Kelley, how did you do it?
A little bit of Wheaties. These sunglasses helped. Good friend of mine gave them to me, loaned them to me for this round.
Loaned them to you?
Yes.
Really? Who was that?
Actually, my brother. I don't know if you've met him, Grant.
Grant?
Yeah.
I've seen him out here at times.
Yeah, yep. And,
although I didn't see him on all holes. I don't think he showed up all the time.
These are, I mean, they are polarized, but I really like how they're camo on the inside. It really gives me the confidence,
it makes
especially
a
in the putting.
I'll bet, because I was going to shop for some camouflage sunglasses. I couldn't find them.
Kroger, $20.
Really?
Yeah, polarized.
I didn't see them for some reason.
Yeah, no, great investment. Unfortunately, I lost mine, so I had to loan borrow some.
So those did it for you. So although
yep.
Grant was your opponent, he was spirited enough to give you those glasses that gave you the victory today.
Yeah. He's a good guy that way.
It was neck and neck throughout, was it not?
It was. I was actually kind of worried that it would be a repeat of his last match, because he was down. He was never up on his last match until the very last playoff.
The very end, yeah.
So I was still pretty worried going into 16, but stuff happens.
Was there anything that happened along the way where you knew, I got this? Or were you still pretty concerned throughout?
No, I was on my toes the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, I got off to a hot start with a couple of good putts, but there was still a lot of golf left, so I was still playing careful.
Yeah.
You know, not being too cocky, hopefully. But
that's right. You don't want to be like that. I don't even know people like that. Well, congratulations on your victory today. I think you and your brother are going to finish out here at 17 and 18.
I'll
Is
play
that
back
right?
to the cars.
That's where the cars are.
Maybe go grab some supper or something.
Very good. Well, congratulations on your victory today and advancing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job.